Good afternoon. This is Pastor Carl from St. Peter's with your weekly update for Friday, October the 29th, 2021. As always, I'd like to invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. We have two services, one at 8:30 and one at 11, and we've also got Sunday school that meets at 9:45. This Sunday afternoon, we are going to be having a trunk or treat event here in the back parking lot. It starts at 4:30. We'd love for you to come be a part of that. It's a way that we can give back to the neighborhood around where we are. And of course, Sunday is Halloween. And so kids are going to dress up. I don't know that we're going to see too many of them dress up as Martin Luther and go nailing a list of 99 theses on a church door somewhere, although they could because it is also Reformation Day. But regardless of all of that, as I ramble, come on out for trunk or treat Sunday at 4:30. Next Saturday, St. Peter's is going to be involved in the Morehead City Veterans Day Parade. And if you are a veteran or you support our veterans, and I know you support our veterans, I hope that you'll make plans to be a part of the parade. We're going to be putting together a float this week. If you have any questions, you can call the church office and we'll put you in touch with the people you need to see. But we hope to have a good showing for the parade next Saturday, that is the 6th. And the following day, November the 7th, we're holding homecoming services here at St. Peter's. We will have one worship service that day at 10:30. We're going to have Sunday school at 9:30 instead of the normal 9:45 time. And following our worship service, we are going to have a covered dish dinner. We do have some precautions we're going to take in light of COVID. We're going to welcome your covered dish your covered dishes to come from home. You can bring those in like we normally would. But instead of serving ourselves, we are going to have some people who do the serving. They're going to be wearing some gloves and some masks. You don't have to wear a mask. And if you're not comfortable with coming and being a part of this gathering, this fellowship meal, then don't feel like you have to come. There are those who are comfortable with it. There are those who are not, and I understand all of that. We all do. But this is going to be a step that we're going to take um, forward as we are still, figuring out how to do church during a pandemic. Nobody ever trained us on this, and it's been a long learning process. And as the pastor, I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for your understanding as we've gone through this journey. I want to share a short scripture reading this afternoon from Mark's Gospel. This is Mark chapter 10, verse 46 through 52. They came to Jericho. As he and his disciples and a large crowd were leaving Jericho, Bartimaeus, son of Timaeus, a blind beggar, was sitting by the roadside. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout out and say, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Many sternly ordered him to be quiet, but he cried out even more loudly, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stood still and said, Call him here. And they called the blind man, saying to him, Take heart, get up, he is calling you. So throwing off his cloak, he sprang up and came to Jesus. Then Jesus said to him, What do you want me to do for you? The blind man said to him, My teacher, let me see again. Jesus said to him, Go, your faith has made you well. Immediately he regained his sight and followed him on the way. When I read this passage, what I find just so tragic in this story is that there was a man who was very much in need of what Jesus had to offer. And as he reached out to Jesus, The people around him tried to shush him. They tried to hold him back. The people became a barrier between him and Christ. Brothers and sisters, I pray that as we go through life and we come across those who are in need, that we are never in any manner seen as a barrier for somebody coming to the Lord. If anything, I hope that we're the ones that when Jesus is coming and the blind beggar is sitting there, whoever that blind beggar is, they don't have to be blind, they don't have to be a beggar, they're just somebody who is on the outside of society, somebody who's forgotten, somebody who's maybe not accepted by society at large, the outcast. When one of those people has an opportunity to encounter Christ, I hope that we feel it in our hearts that we want to help them get to Christ. So don't be afraid to share the gospel with somebody. Don't be afraid to invite somebody to come to worship. Even if it's somebody you don't know, just tell them, say, you know what? You look like you could use some help. I don't know if we should tell people they look like they could use some help. That didn't come out very well. Let me rethink this. We know that everybody we meet needs Christ. So how hard is it for us to just go up to somebody and say, "Hey, I'd like to invite you to come to my church this Sunday." We come together and we worship God and we meet Jesus there. And I think you'd really enjoy it. And tell them to come, invite them. Wouldn't it be great if all our seats were filled on a Sunday morning with people that we didn't know, people that God had brought here, people that God had reached out to through you to draw them into his presence? So think about that. Think about that this week. What are the things that we might be doing that stand in the way of someone coming to know Christ? And what things can we do to help people find Christ? I hope to see you Sunday. And until then, know that I am praying for you.